By Mr. Arvind Kumar. M.Sc Bioinformatics. Email ID arvindkar910968pt@gmail.com. Mobile No 8789262239. Page 31 of 270. Page 32 of 270. C programming language. C is a mid-level structured-oriented programming language used in general-purpose programming. Developed by Dennis Ritchie at AT&T Bell Labs, the USA, between 1969 and 1973. Use of C programming language. Database systems. Language interpreters. Compilers and assemblers. Operating systems. Network drivers. Word processors. Advantages of C. C is the building block for many other programming languages. Programs written in C are highly portable. Several standard functions are there, like inbuilt, that can be used to develop programs. C programs are collections of C library functions, and it's also easy to add functions to the C library. The modular structure makes code debugging, maintenance, and testing easier. Disadvantages of C. C does not provide object-oriented programming (OP) concepts. There are no concepts of namespace in C. C does not provide binding or wrapping up of data in a single unit. C does not provide constructor and destructor. Page 33 of 270. Identifiers. Identifiers are names given to different entities such as constants, variables, structures, functions, etc. X, int amount. Double total balance. In the above example, amount and total balance are 33. 270. Page 1 of 200. Constants, variables, structures, functions, etc. X, int amount. Double total balance. In the above example, amount and total balance are identifiers, and int and double are keywords. Rule of identifiers. An identifier can only have alphanumeric characters, AZ, 0 to 9, I letters and digits, and underscore symbol. Identifier names must be unique. The first character must be an alphabet or underscore. You cannot use a keyword as identifiers. Only the first 31 characters are significant. It must not contain white spaces. Identifiers are case sensitive. Keywords. The C keywords must be in your information because you cannot use them as a variable name. Hash include stdio.h. Main. Float A, B. Printf, showing how keywords are used. Return 0. In the above program, float and return are keywords. The float is used to declare variables, and return is used to return an integer type value in this program. Page 34 of 270. Constants. Constants are like a variable, except that their value never changes during execution once defined. Hash include stdio.h. Main. Const int side is equal to 10. Int area. Area is equal to side asterisk side. Printf, the area of the square with side, %d is, %dsq. Units, side, area. Constants are categorized into two basic types. 1. Numeric constants. 1. Integer constants. 2. Real constants. 2. Character constants. 1. Single character constants. 2. String constants. 3. Backslash character constants. Secondary constant. Array. Pointer. Structure. Union. Enum. Types of operators. Arithmetic operators. Relational operators. Logical operators. Assignment operators. Increment and decrement operators. Conditional operator. Bitwise operators. Special operators. Page 35 of 270. Data type. 1. Primary, built-in, data types. Void, int, char, double, and float. 2. Derived data types. Array, references, and pointers. 3. User-defined data types. Structure, union, and enumeration. Hash include stdio.h. Int main. Int a is equal to 4000, positive integer data type. Float b is equal to 5.324, float data type. Char c is equal to z, char data type. Long d is equal to 41657, long positive integer data type. Long e is equal to minus 21556, long way integer data type. Int f is equal to minus 185, way integer data type. Short g is equal to 130, short plus way integer data type. Short h is equal to minus 130, short way integer data type. Double I is equal to 4.123456789, double float data type. Float j is equal to minus 3.55, float data type. 2. Variables value may change during execution. Reserve a piece of memory with that. Variable name. 4. A variable name can consist of capital letters AZ, lowercase letters AZ, digits 0 to 9, and the underscore character. 5. The first character must be a letter or underscore. 6. Blank spaces cannot be used in variable names. 7. Special characters like hash, $ are not allowed. 8. C keywords cannot be used as variable names. 9. Variable names are case sensitive. 10. Values of the variables can be numeric or alphabetic. 11. Variable type can be char, int, float, double, or void. Page 36 of 270. Times functions. Times a function is a block of code that performs a specific task. Times all executable code resides within a function. times returns a value and control to calling function or code. Times 4 types of function. Times functions with no arguments and no return values. Times functions with no arguments and with return values. Times functions with arguments and no return values. Times functions with arguments and with return values. Times function. Times invoked as part of an expression. Times must contain a return clause in the header. Times must return a value using the return clause. Can also return one or many values with the help of out and in. Out parameters. Times x, main, stcat, and mempp. Times strcpy, s1 s2 copies string s2 into string s1. Times stcat, s1 s2 concatenates string s2 onto the end of string s1. Times strlen, s1 returns the length of string s1. Times strcmp, s1 s2 returns 0 if s1 and s2 are the same, less than 0. If s1 s2, greater than 0 if s1 s2. Times strchr, s1 ch returns a pointer to the first occurrence of character ch in string s1. Times strstr, s1 s2 returns a pointer to the first occurrence of string s2 in string s1. Page 37 of 270. Times standard controls times procedures. Times it is an independent code module that fulfills some concrete task and is referenced within a larger body of source code. Times execute as a SQL statement. Times do not contain return clause in the header. Times can return none, one or many values with the help of out and in out. Parameters. Page 38 of 270. Loops. While loop repeats a statement or group of statements while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. For loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. Do while loop. It is more like a while statement, except that it tests the condition at the end of the loop body. Loop control statements. 1. Break statement terminates the loop or switch statement and transfers execution to the statement immediately following the loop or switch. 2. Continue statement causes the loop to skip the remainder of its body and immediately retest its condition prior to reiterating. 3. Go to statement transfers control to the label statement. Hash include stdio.h. int main. 4. Printf, this loop will run forever \n. Return 0. Page 39 of 270. Time string operations. Time strings are actually one-dimensional array of characters terminated by a null character \0. Times thus a null-terminated string contains the characters that comprise the string followed by a null. Times call by value. Times the call by value method of passing arguments to a function copies the actual value of an argument into the formal parameter of the function. Times in this case, changes made to the Parameter inside the function have no effect on the argument. Times C programming by default uses call by value to pass arguments. Times it means the code within a function cannot alter the arguments used to call the function. Times X swap char greeting 6 is equal to HELLO Page 40 of 270. Times call by references. Times the call by reference method of passing arguments to a function copies the address of an argument into the formal parameter. Times inside the function, the address is used to access the actual argument used in the call. Times it means the changes made to the parameter affect the passed argument. Times to pass a value by reference, argument pointers are passed to the functions just like any other value. Times X swap. Times output. Times hash include stdio.h. Times int main. Times asterisk local variable definition asterisk. Times int a is equal to 100. Times int b is equal to 200. Times printf before swap value of a %d \n a. Times printf before swap value of b %d \n b. Times asterisk calling a function to swap the values asterisk. Times swap and a and b. Times printf after swap value of a %d \n a. Times printf after swap value of b %d \n b. Times return 0. Times void swap int asterisk x int asterisk y. Times int temp. Times temp is equal to asterisk x asterisk save the value of x asterisk. Times asterisk x is equal to asterisk y asterisk put y into x asterisk. Times asterisk y is equal to temp asterisk put temp into y asterisk. Times return before swap value of a 100. Before swap value of b 200. After swap value of a 200. After swap value of b 100. Page 41 of 270. Times file handling in C. Times a file represents a sequence of bytes, regardless of it being a text file or a binary file. Times C programming language provides access on high-level functions as well as low-level, OS level, calls to handle file on your storage devices. Times this chapter will take you through the important calls for file management. Times there are 4 types of file handling in C. Times 1. Opening files, fopen. File asterisk fopen, const char asterisk file name, const char asterisk mode. Times 2. Closing a file, close. Int close, file asterisk fp. Times 3. Writing a file, fputc. Int fputc, int c, file asterisk fp. Times 4. Reading a file, fgts. Char asterisk fgts, char asterisk buff, intn, file asterisk fp. Times mode and description. Times R opens an existing text file for reading purpose. Times W opens a text file for writing. If it does not exist, then a new file is created. Here your program will start writing content from the beginning of the file. Times A opens a text file for writing in appending mode. If it does not exist, then a new file is created. Here your program will start appending content in the existing file. Content times A plus opens a text file for both reading and writing. Times W plus opens a text file for both reading and writing. It first truncates the file to 0 length if it exists, otherwise creates a file if it does not exist. Times A plus opens a text file for both reading and writing. It creates the file if it does not exist. The reading will start from the beginning, but writing can only be appended. Page 42 of 270. Times Overview of Object-Oriented Programming. Times This paradigm describes a real-life system where interactions are among real objects. Times it models applications as a group of related objects that interact with each other. Times the programming entity is modeled as a class that signifies the collection of related real-world objects. Times programming starts with the concept of real-world objects and classes. Times application is divided into numerous packages. Times a package is a collection of classes. Times a class is an encapsulated group of similar real-world objects. Times real-world objects share two characteristics. Times 1. State. Times 2. Behavior. Page 43 of 270. Times class. Times a class is a group of objects that has mutual methods. It can be considered as the blueprint using which objects are created. Times classes being passive do not communicate with each other but are used to instantiate objects that interact with each other. Times object. Times object it is states and behaviors. Times they are also the units of code that are eventually derived from the process. Page 44 of 270. Times function and operator overloading. Times in C programming allows you to specify more than one definition for a function name or an operator in the same scope, which is called function overloading and operator overloading respectively. Times 1 unary operators overloading. Times 2 binary operators overloading. Times 3 relational operators overloading. Times 4 input-output operators overloading. Times 5 and operators overloading. Times 6 assignment operators overloading. Times 7 function call operator overloading. Times 8 subscripting operator overloading. Times 9 class member access operator overloading. Times inheritance. Times inheritance is a mechanism in which one class acquires the property of another class. Times there are two types of inheritance. Times 1. Derived class, child, the class that inherits from another class. Times 2. Base class, parent, the class being inherited from. Page 45 of 270. Times introduction to PERL. Times Perl is a stable, cross-platform programming language. Times though Perl is not officially an acronym, but few people used it as practical extraction and report language. Times Perl was created by Larry Wall. Times Perl and the web. Times Perl used to be the most popular web programming language due to its text manipulation capabilities and rapid development cycle. Times Perl is widely known as the duct tape of the Internet. Times Perl can handle encrypted web data, including e-commerce transactions. Times Perl can be embedded into web servers to speed up processing by as much as 2000%. Times Perl's modern Perl allows the Apache web server to embed a Perl interpreter. Times Perl's DBI package makes web database integration easy. Times Perl features. Times Perl takes the best features from other languages, such as C, AWK, SAID, SH, and BASIC, among others. Times Perl's database integration interface DBI supports third-party databases, including Oracle, Sybase, Postgres, MySQL, and others. Times Perl works with HTML, XML, and other markup languages. Times Perl supports Unicode. Times Perl is Y2K compliant. Times Perl supports both procedural and object-oriented programming. Times Perl interfaces with external C++ libraries through Access or Swig. Times Perl is extensible. There are over 20,000 third-party modules available from the comprehensive Perl archive. Network, CPEN. Times the Perl interpreter can be embedded into other systems. Page 46 of 270. Times overview. Times Perl interpreter binary is equal to USR bin Perl. Times Perl interpreter command line is equal to $perl e. Times Perl is a case-sensitive programming language. Thus $manpower and $manpower are two different identifiers in Perl. Times script mode programming. Times Perl file must be saved with a.pl or .pl. Times comment in Perl, hash symbol. Times hash, USR bin Perl. Hash this is a single line comment. Print hello, world \n. White spaces in Perl. Times a Perl program does not care about white spaces. Times hash, USR bin Perl. Times print hello, world \n. Times syntax. Times interactive mode programming, $perl e. Times script mode programming, -hash, USR bin Perl. Times Perl file extension, file name.pl. Times comments in Perl, hash this is comment. Times white spaces in Perl, any space. Times single and double quotes in Perl, comma. Times here documents. Times escaping characters, \\. Times Perl identifiers, $, at or %, latter, _0-9. Page 47 of 270. Times data type. Times Perl has three basic data types: scalars, arrays of scalars, and hashes of scalars. Times scalar, it is simple variables. They are preceded by a $sign, $. A scalar is either a number, a string, or a reference. A reference is actually an address of a variable, which we will see in the upcoming chapters. Times arrays, it is ordered lists of scalars that you access with a numeric index, which starts with 0. They are preceded by an @ sign, @ times hashes, it is unordered sets of key-value pairs that you access using the keys. As subscripts, they are preceded by a %sign, %. Times numeric literals, x integer, negative integer, floating point, scientific. Notation, hexadecimal and octal. Times string literals, x \, single and double quote, backspace, new line. End. Page 48 of 270. Times operators. Times expression is called operators. Times there are different type of operator. Times 1. Arithmetic operators. Times 2. Equality operators. Times 3. Logical operators. Times 4. Assignment operators. Times 5. Bitwise operators. Times 6. Logical operators. Times 7. Quote-like operators. Times 8. Miscellaneous operators. Times regular expression. Times a regular expression is a string of characters that defines the pattern or patterns you are viewing. Times there are 3 regular expression operators within Perl. Times match regular expression M. $true is equal to $foo is equal to tilde M foo. Times substitute regular expression S. S pattern replacement, S cat dog. Times transliterate regular expression TR. Hush user bin Perl. $string is equal to the cat sat on the mat. $string is equal to tilde TRAO. $str is equal to tilde S cat dog. Print $string \n. Print $str \n. Output, the cot sat on the mot. Output, the dog sat on the mat. Page 49 of 270. Times BioPerl. Times it is a collection of Perl modules that facilitate the development of Perl scripts for bioinformatics applications. Times Bio, DB, GenBank. Times Bio, SecIO. Times Bio, Tools, SecStats. Page 50 of 270.